Well, hey, Crossings family. Just wanted to give you another midweek encouragement this week. I wanted to share with you something that happened to me earlier today. I was actually on my way to the church for our Wednesday morning men's Bible study and breakfast, and had the news on and was just listening to what was going on around the world. And as usual, it's pretty depressing, pretty negative. And then I looked to my left, and I saw one of the most amazing sunrises taking place right there in the early morning. God was putting on a show. You ever woken up to one of those mornings and the clouds and the colors are just magnificent? And it was just a reminder of the Lord saying, I know there may be struggles down here, and I am with you in those things. But don't forget who I am. I'm the God of the sunrise. I'm the God of glory, of love, of care, of power. It made me think of verses in Isaiah 40 where Isaiah cries out and says, "Why do you say, O Jacob, and complain, O Israel? My way is hidden from the Lord. My cause is disregarded by my God. Lift your eyes, look to the heavens. Who created all these? He who brings out the starry host one by one and calls them each by name, because of His great power and mighty strength. Not one of them is missing." What an awesome reminder in tough times where you ask, Lord, where are you? To look up, He says, lift up your eyes, look to the heavens, and ask yourself, the same God who's taking care of the skies and the universe is taking care of me. It also reminded me of what David said in Psalm 19. The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of His hand. Day after day they pour forth speech. There's no speech or language where their voice is not heard. You know what's interesting about David writing these things is where he was when he wrote so many of the Psalms. Many of these times he's writing these words, these lyrics about looking up at the stars and into the skies. He's running for his life. He's not in a house or in a palace. He's out in the wilderness under the stars because King Saul was hunting him down, trying to kill him. His circumstances could not have been much worse. But as he looked up at God's creation around him, he saw a care and a love and a power and a glory that gave him incredible comfort. I think during some of these difficult days, and I know you've probably seen a lot of these 2020 memes, how this is the most unprecedented, horrible, disastrous year ever. And they're pretty funny to look at and to read. But in these times, God's oftentimes telling us, listen, 2020's been hard, but I want you to come with me and let's take a walk. And I just want you to behold again with a fresh eye the creation around you and my care and my love that is all evidenced when you look at what I've made. You know, the end of that psalm, David actually turns and says, let's take another walk. Not just through creation. He says, let's take a walk through the Word of God. I think that's the other thing God's asking us to do. And he goes from saying the heavens declare the glory of God to saying the law of the Lord is perfect, reviving the soul. His statutes are trustworthy, making wise the simple. His word is right, giving joy to the heart. His commands are radiant, giving light to the eyes. They're more precious than gold. They're sweeter than honey. Dear friends, what a season for us to walk with God in creation, to walk with God in His Word, and like David, to find the comfort through difficult circumstances, to know we have a God, and if He can keep the universe in place and the earth in its orbit, He is delicately, preciously, intimately guarding our lives and caring for every detail that we go through and face as well. I just want to close with the last prayer David says in that Psalm 19. May the words of my mouth, may the meditations of my heart be pleasing to you, my Lord, my rock and my Redeemer. Blessings to you, dear Crossings family, praying for each one of you, and can't wait to see you this coming Sunday.